Welcome to Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. This is your go-to source for practical advice and support while you go through the divorce process. Join us each weekday for a quick chat where we'll cover a variety of topics such as child custody, property division, and self-care. Together, we'll explore emotional, financial, and legal aspects of divorce and help you find the best path forward for you and your family. Here's your host and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst professional, Mike Fulkerson.
Hello, and welcome back to Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today's episode, we're going to explore a significant concern for divorcing parents. How does the court determine how far one can live from their kids during the divorce process? Now, divorce proceedings involving children often include discussions about parenting arrangements and custody agreements. One crucial aspect of these arrangements is determining the geographical proximity between each parent and the children. When it comes to deciding how far a parent can live from their children during and after the divorce, the court, they consider several factors. And we're going to start with the primary consideration, which is the best interest of the children. Courts prioritize arrangements that promote the children's well-being, safety, and stability. The distance between parents and children can impact the quality of the parent-child relationship and the child's access to both parents. Now, second, the court evaluates the existing relationship between each parent and the children. If one parent has been the primary caregiver or has played a more significant role in the child's lives, the court may be inclined to prioritize maintaining that relationship by minimizing geographical distance. Third, the court considers the practicality and feasibility of the proposed parenting arrangement. Factors such as transportation options, school locations, extracurricular activities, and the children's ages and needs are taken into account when determining the appropriate distance between parents. Fourth, the court assesses the ability of each parent to facilitate and encourage a positive relationship between children and the other parent. If one parent demonstrates a willingness and ability to support ongoing communication and visitation between the children and the other parent, the court may be more flexible regarding geographical distance. And lastly, the court may consider any specific circumstances or concerns raised by either parent regarding the proposed parenting arrangement. Issues such as relocation for employment opportunities, family support networks, or personal circumstances may influence the court's decision regarding distance between parents and children. Ultimately, the goal of the court is to create a parenting arrangement that prioritizes the children's best interests while ensuring that both parents maintain meaningful and ongoing relationships with their children, even if they live at a distance. It's essential for divorcing parents to work together and collaborate on developing a parenting plan that addresses the needs of the children and reflects their unique circumstances. Open communication, flexibility, and a commitment to the children's well-being are keys to navigating this aspect of the divorce process. I want to thank you for listening to today's episode of Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, I'm happy to help. My contact information is in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. I'm Mike Fulkerson, and until next time, take care. Hi, and welcome back to Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today's episode, we're going to explore a sensitive topic: how to ease the transition process of one parent moving out during the divorce proceedings. And I don't have to tell you that divorce is a challenging and emotionally charged experience, especially when children are involved. The decision for one parent to move out of the family home can be particularly difficult and can have a significant impact on both parents and children alike. Here are some strategies to help ease the transition process for everyone involved. First, prioritize open and honest communication. Sit down with your children, explain the situation in an age-appropriate manner. Reassure them that both parents still love them and will continue to be here for them, even though the living arrangements are changing. Secondly, involve your children in the moving process. Allow them to express their feelings and concerns about the upcoming changes. Encourage them to help pack their belongings and create a sense of ownership and control over their living space. Third, maintain consistency and routine. Establish clear visitation schedules and stick to them as much as possible. Consistency provides children with a sense of stability and predictability during a time of uncertainty. Fourth, create a supportive environment. Encourage your children to maintain relationships with both parents and reassure them that it's okay to love and spend time with each parent separately. Foster a positive co-parenting relationship with your ex-spouse to minimize conflict and create a sense of unity for your children. Fifth, prioritize self-care. Moving out and adjusting to new living arrangements can be stressful for parents as well. Take time to practice self-care activities such as exercise, mediation, and spending quality time with friends and family. Seek support from a therapist or support group if needed. And lastly, be patient and give yourself and your children time to adjust. Transitioning to a new living situation takes time, and it's normal to experience a range of emotions during this process. Be patient with yourself and your children as you navigate the changes together. So wrapping up, moving out during the divorce process can be a challenging transition for both parents and children alike. By prioritizing open communication, maintaining consistency and routine, creating a supportive environment, prioritizing self-care, and being patient, you can help ease the transition process and support your family through this difficult time. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to this episode of Breaking Ties Destination Divorce. Should you have any questions on this topic or other financial planning issues, please reach out to me using the information in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. All the best. Hi, and welcome back to Breaking Ties Destination Divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today, we're going to discuss a pretty important part of divorce proceedings, and that is how to find hidden assets during the divorce process. Now, we all know that divorce can be really complex, and it is emotionally challenging along the way, especially when it comes to dividing marital assets. Unfortunately, some spouses may attempt to conceal assets in an effort to minimize their financial obligations during the divorce settlement. Here are some strategies to help uncover hidden assets. We're going to want to first conduct a thorough review of financial records, gather all financial documents, including bank statements, tax returns, investment portfolios, property deeds, and business records. Look for any discrepancies or unusual transactions that may indicate hidden assets. Second, consider hiring a forensic accountant or financial investigator. These professionals specialize in uncovering hidden assets and can analyze complex financial documents to identify discrepancies, hidden accounts, or undisclosed sources of income. Third, review lifestyle expenses and spending patterns. Compare your spouse's reported income to their standard of living and expenses. Look for any discrepancies between reported income and actual spending habits, which may indicate hidden assets or sources of income. Fourth, consider electronic discovery and digital forensics. In today's digital age, many financial transactions leave a digital footprint. Request electronic copies of financial records, emails, and communication devices to search for evidence of hidden assets or financial transactions. Fifth, be vigilant during the discovery process. Ensure that your spouse provides full and accurate disclosure of all financial assets and liabilities. If you suspect that assets are being concealed, consult with your divorce attorney to explore legal options for obtaining additional information or conducting further investigation. And lastly, consider the possibility of offshore accounts or hidden assets in complex financial structures. Work with your divorce attorney and financial professionals to explore international banking laws and regulations and uncover any assets held in foreign jurisdictions. In conclusion, uncovering hidden assets during the divorce process requires diligence, persistence, and the expertise of financial professionals. By conducting a thorough review of financial records, hiring forensic experts, analyzing lifestyle expenses, leveraging digital forensics, remaining vigilant during discovery, and exploring international financial structures can help you ensure a fair and equitable division of marital assets. I want to thank you for joining me today on this episode of Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. Should you have any questions on this topic or other financial planning issues, just reach out, shoot me an email, give me a call. My information's in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Until next time, take care. Welcome back to Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. Today's episode, we're going to address a common concern among those going through divorce. How long can I expect the divorce process to take? Divorce proceedings obviously vary in duration depending on a number of factors, and that includes the complexity of the case, state laws, and probably most importantly, the level of cooperation between the parties involved. In general, uncontested divorces where both parties agree on all aspects of the divorce tend to resolve more quickly than contested divorces. The contested divorces, those that, involve disputes over issues such as child custody, asset division, and spousal maintenance. The timeline for uncontested divorce can range from a few months to a year, depending on the jurisdiction and court backlog. In some cases, couples may be eligible for expedited divorce processes, such as summary dissolution or collaborative divorce, which can shorten the timeline significantly. Contested divorces, on the other hand, often take longer to resolve due to the need for court hearings, mediation sessions, and possibly even a trial to settle disputes. And the timeline for contested divorce can vary widely and may extend for several months or even years, depending on the complexity of the case and the willingness of the parties to negotiate. There are several factors that can influence the duration of the divorce process. First, legal requirements and procedures in your jurisdiction play a significant role. Some states have mandatory waiting periods before the divorce can be finalized, while others have streamlined processes that expedite the proceedings. Second, the complexity of your case and the issues involved can affect the timeline. Disputes over, say, child custody, asset division, spousal maintenance, and other matters may require extensive negotiations and court proceedings, leading to delays in the resolution of the divorce. Third, the level of cooperation between you and your spouse can impact the speed of the divorce process. Collaborative and amicable divorces tend to progress more smoothly and quickly than contentious divorces marked by conflict and disagreement. And last, the efficiency of your legal representation and the court system can influence the timeline. Working with experienced attorneys who are familiar with divorce proceedings in your jurisdiction can help streamline the process and ensure your rights and interests are protected. While it's natural to want the divorce process to be resolved as quickly as possible, it's important to prioritize reaching a fair and equitable resolution that meets the needs of both parties and any children involved. If you have concerns about the timeline of your divorce or specific requirements in your jurisdiction, I encourage you to consult with a qualified divorce attorney who can provide personalized guidance and support throughout the process and, ultimately keep you informed on how things are going and what needs to be done. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, drop me a line, give me a call, shoot me an email. Contact information is in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Until next time, have a great day. Hello, and welcome back to Breaking Ties Destination Divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, financial advisor and certified divorce financial analyst professional. And today's episode, we're going to tackle a common question that arises during divorce proceedings. And that is, if my spouse cheated during the marriage, will I get more money? Divorce is often fraught with emotions, and infidelity can further complicate an already challenging process. While emotions may run high, it's important to understand how infidelity may or may not impact the financial aspects of divorce. It is crucial to recognize that divorce laws vary from state to state and country to country. In many jurisdictions, divorce is considered a no-fault process, meaning that the reasons behind the divorce, including infidelity, may not directly impact the division of assets. In a no-fault divorce, the focus is typically on the equitable distribution of marital assets, which may include property, investments, retirement accounts, and other financial resources acquired during the marriage. However, there are instances where infidelity may indirectly influence certain aspects of the divorce settlement, particularly if it has financial implications. For example, if the cheating spouse spent a significant amount of marital funds on the extramarital affair, the innocent spouse may seek reimbursement for those expenditures. Moreover, if infidelity contributed to the breakdown of the marriage and resulted in tangible financial losses, such as the loss of a job or income, the innocent spouse may seek compensation for those damages during the divorce proceedings. It's important to note that while infidelity may be emotionally devastating, courts typically prioritize equitable and fair outcomes in divorce settlements. Judges strive to consider all relevant factors, including each spouse's financial contributions, earning capacity, and financial needs post-divorce. In cases where one spouse's infidelity significantly impacted the marital assets or financial well-being of the innocent spouse, it's essential to consult with a qualified divorce attorney to explore legal options and develop a strategy for pursuing a fair and equitable divorce settlement. Ultimately, the goal of the divorce process is to enable both parties to move forward with their lives independently and with financial security. While infidelity can be a painful aspect of divorce, it's important to focus on achieving a resolution that prioritizes your long-term well-being and financial stability. As we wrap up today's episode, remember that divorce is a complex journey, but with knowledge, support, and guidance, you can navigate its challenges and emerge stronger on the other side. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Breaking Ties Destination Divorce. Should you have any questions on today's topic or other financial planning issues, please feel free to reach out. My contact information's in the description. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. All the best.
We want to thank you for listening to this episode of Breaking Ties Destination Divorce with Mike Fulkerson. For questions, please reach out to Mike via email in the description or give him a shout at 630-444-1410. Remember to subscribe, like, and follow.